Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. You may have heard about this issue between Z Galleria, a nail tech, and Kash Doll, and I think that a lot of people are missing some subtle ways that they have been manipulated into thinking a certain way. And there are certain things that I just wanted to point out because they jumped out at me when I heard about it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this girl. She's a nail tech. Her name is Zendaya. I think her store name, or at least her name on social media, is Z Galleria. And she was referred by her cousin to Kash Doll to do Kash Doll's nails. So she made arrangements with Kash Doll to do Kash Doll's nails on a day when Kash Doll had to attend a close friend's wedding. And so Kash Doll was in a bit of a rush, and Kash Doll did explain this to her, that she was in a bit of a rush and she would be paying the nail tech the following day after the nail was done. So the girl drove all the way to Kash Doll, and I don't know if she drove or she flew, but she did travel. There was a bit of a travel time. So she traveled to Kash Doll, did her nails, and when she was doing Kash Doll's nails, she asked if she could take some before pictures because she wanted to do a before and after as promo for her business. But Kash Doll was not very welcoming to the idea, and she, the tech, said she ended up not doing it. By the way, I have videos of them explaining this, and I'm going to post those as well. I just wanted to give a brief summary. So the girl did Kash Doll's nails. Zendaya did Kash Doll's nails without taking pictures for her promo because she didn't feel comfortable doing so, because it didn't seem as if Kash Doll wanted her to do that. So after Kash Doll left without paying, because remember, Kash Doll told her that she was in a bit of a rush and she would be leaving to the wedding, but she would be paying the very next day. The next day came. It appears that Kash Doll still had not sent her the payment. Based on what the girl explained, Zendaya, the tech, informed her cousin, who referred her to Kash Doll, and told her cousin that Kash Doll has not paid her and she has not been able to reach Kash Doll. So after Zendaya explained to her cousin that Kash Doll has not paid and she has not been able to reach her, the cousin ended up paying Zendaya and then told Zendaya that when Kash Doll sent her payment, Zendaya can return the payment to the cousin so that she gets her money back. That way everybody gets their money. The cousin gets her money back, and the tech, Zendaya, also ends up getting paid. But it appears that Zendaya was unable to reach Kash Doll for quite a few days, and it was not until I think about 4 days later that Zendaya was able to speak to Kash Doll. And it was when she spoke to Kash Doll that she told Kash Doll that her cousin had given her the money. But remember, Kash Doll did not know that the cousin paid the tech. So as far as Kash Doll knew, the tech still had not been paid because Kash Doll did not make arrangements for the cousin to pay the nail tech. So naturally, the nail tech would be upset about all of this because of course she expects to be paid not necessarily the same day, because Kash Doll did explain to her that she was in a hurry and would pay her the very next day. But when she was not paid the next day and she could not reach Kash Doll, it makes sense that she would be upset. So she came to social media and posted this video.
I just had my worst nail experience. I'm a licensed nail technician in the state of Michigan. I've been doing nails for over 2 years. I completed this service on August 3rd, and today is August 7th, 4 days later, with non-payment. On August 3rd, I did a travel nail appointment to a celebrity who I have never met or serviced before. I completed a fill-in over work that was not my own, as well as a color change on her toes. This opportunity was presented to me, and of course I grabbed it. It's just business. I expected to get paid for my service. I am a nail tech and it's just my job. After traveling to Detroit, Michigan from where I'm located in Canton, Michigan, I was told by her directly to text her balance, and she'll have it for me by the next morning, give her a day, which I understood at the time because it was a hectic event such as a wedding. You know, I just gave the benefit of the doubt, and thank you for the opportunity. 2 days after completing her service and messaging her, I finally get communication back from her saying will send shortly. Again, it is currently Thursday, August 7th, and I still have not received my $150 nail payment. I did not get any pictures, videos, or content whatsoever of this nail service. When I asked was it okay if I take a before picture of her nails, she seemed very hesitant, so I just didn't bother. Like, it's fine, it's no big deal, and I continued to work. Overall, it's just unfair because I held her to her word of paying me that next morning. I completed a service that I was not paid for, and there was no communication of promo instead of payment, or a shout out or anything instead of payment, which is fine because I strictly was there for business as my payment. I just wanted the opportunity. So I wanted to come on here and spread awareness to all service providers or anybody in general. I have heard too many stories following this situation of her treating people like she treated me. Many stories of her getting off on people, whether they're true or not. Your name is just being bashed, and that is not how I would want myself being represented, especially being a black woman from the same city that you're from, trying to come up as well just like you. It's just not fair. Lastly, I just want to say it is no longer about the money. It's simply the respect and principle of this unfair situation. After requesting a service, and once that service is completed, you lack all communication and any intention of paying me after 4 days later.
So after she posted that video, it went semi-viral a little bit, and I guess Kash Doll heard about it. So Kash Doll called Zendaya, the nail tech, and recorded her conversation with the nail tech, where she asked the nail tech, did the nail tech not get paid? So why did she post a video about her not paying the nail tech if the nail tech was already paid? So this is the video of Kash Doll speaking to Zendaya, the nail tech.
Hello?
Zendaya,
Yes.
this is Kash Doll. Sunday, when you came and did my nails and I wasn't able to pay you because I had to rush out
Yes, I
and
understand that.
go do my, I had to take pictures with my bestie and everything. The wedding happened.
I understand.
Tish sent you the $150, right?
Yes.
So you got paid because Tish knew I was going to pay her back like I did, and I gave her some extra. It's like, why would you go on the internet and tell them people you haven't got paid when you really got paid? Even if it wasn't from me, you got paid.
Yes, that's true, but I also didn't make that to bash you in any way. I am still grateful for the opportunity, but with all of that, it was like I was being ignored, and I was speaking up for service providers. Like I said, not towards you. I'm not a drama person, I'm not a negative person, and I know you don't know.
If you notice, the video was cut short right after the girl admitted that she was paid. And then Kash Doll came back and posted this video.
Here's the thing. The girl got paid Sunday. She did the services Sunday. She got paid. It don't matter who she got paid from. She got paid. So for you to come on the internet and act like you didn't get paid is the problem.
Stating that the girl was paid, but she came online just to clout chase. What really caught my interest in this little exchange between Kash Doll and Zendaya is when Kash Doll said, technically you got paid. So I was like, why would she say that? Why did she not say, I told your cousin to pay you and I will give the money to your cousin at a later date? Or why did she not say, I made arrangements with your cousin to give you the money? That is what she would have said if she actually made those arrangements. I've been calling her Zendaya, but her name is actually Zanaya. So anyway, Zanaya posted this. She said, hey, my video was never bashing anyone, mentioning a name to gain promotion, nor to spread negativity, simply to spread awareness to service providers based on my experience with the celebrity and a mistake I made with not requesting payment right then. Lesson learned. I was paid because of the person who referred me felt as though I should have been paid at the time of service, and to inform her when I receive payment from the celebrity to send back to her. The celebrity had not known about payment until we spoke on the phone. We spoke on the phone for over 7 minutes with about threatening to post the recorded phone call video while also speaking and clearing the situation up on both ends and how there was a lack of communication, especially since this is our first time meeting. I was requested in agreement to remove my video or she would post hers, which I did. I do not like drama. I wanted to speak up for my service providers out there that experience this same thing and no one speaks up. It's unfair and we deserve to be heard. It happens, we're human, but I just wanted to spread awareness and how things should be communicated. She also later posted, "The person who referred me is my cousin, which is another reason why she paid me upfront. She felt as though non-payment wasn't fair since she referred me. Things happen, just all awareness." So, from what I gather is that, first of all, Kash Doll did not make arrangements for the cousin to pay Zenaya. Kash Doll simply left and was supposed to make the payment the following day, but she didn't. Kash Doll was not even aware that the nail tech was paid until the nail tech called and spoke to Kash Doll and told her that she had been paid. However, the reason why the nail tech continued to reach out to Kash Doll after her cousin had given her the money is because she still needs to give her cousin back the money after Kash Doll pays her. So Kash Doll still needed to pay her, which she did not do until about 4 days after she said she was going to make the payment. So I think Kash Doll pulled a fast one over a lot of people's eyes here. Like, she pulled a wool over a lot of people's eyes because they could not see what she was doing here. She came on the internet and posted her conversation with this girl, which, by the way, she cut short at a very convenient spot. That was a red flag to me. That jumped out to me. I wasn't even going to make a video about this, but I was starting to notice some little things that Kash Doll would do, like how she didn't post the full conversation. She also used that phrase, "you were technically paid," which made me think that the payment was not initiated by Kash Doll. She did not make the arrangements, but she's accepting the fact that the girl's cousin gave the girl the money that Kash Doll chose not to pay, and Kash Doll is taking that as the payment that she should have made earlier. Another sneaky thing that I noticed is that Kash Doll did tell the girl, Zenaya, that she would not post her conversation if the girl took down her post about Kash Doll. But when the girl took down her post about Kash Doll went ahead and posted her conversation with the girl. I guess because she figured the girl's post had tarnished her reputation a little bit, so she wanted to get back at the girl by, I guess, fixing her reputation by posting her conversation, making it seem as though she had all these arrangements made to pay the nail tech her funds, which she did not do. A lot of people jumped at this nail tech girl because, you know, when you're dealing with a celebrity versus a regular person, it is so easy for people to take the side of the celebrity. Nobody quite understood what the girl was trying to say or where she was coming from. A lot of people were criticizing her and saying, "Why did you come online to talk about this? You should have kept quiet." Isn't that crazy? It's almost as if when you're at work and you're being treated negatively, or when you're anywhere and you interact with someone else at any capacity, just because they're celebrities, you're supposed to be quiet and take the abuse, basically, because this is what it is. This is some form of abuse. If somebody offers you a service that you agreed to pay for and all of a sudden you disappear, they cannot reach you for days afterwards, that is a form of abuse. And I cannot believe that in 2025, there's still women, especially women of this particular demographic, telling another woman who's struggling, trying to build something for herself, and they're telling her that whatever she goes through, she needs to just be quiet about it and take it, even though she believes it's unfair and she can't talk about it. She can't advocate for people in her industry because that will ruin her chances with other celebrities. How about the celebrities understand that when they obtain service from a group of people, especially this particular group of people, they need to pay just as they would pay with any other group of people. If Kash Doll were to walk into a Chanel store or a nail salon that is being run by anyone other than this demographic, I guarantee you she would have her money ready to pay. She would not say, well, I need to go take pictures somewhere, so I cannot pay you right now. She would not say that, not in a million years. So perhaps we need to start telling these celebrities that they need to take the businesses of these black women as seriously as they want to be taken, and make payments just as fast as they would if they visited the businesses of any other groups of people. I can't believe that we even have to say this in 2025. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy. Like, the way some people's brain work, I am baffled. I will never understand. They actually think it's okay to say shut up and take the abuse. That's basically what they're saying. It is crazy. It is crazy to me. This is a video of the friend of the nail tech also trying to explain what the nail tech experienced, and I think it's worth watching because it explains it a little bit more.
So boom, now I'm on here clearing up the whole Kash Doll this, Kash Doll that with the nail tech, because this hit too close to home for me to not say nothing, even though I've been trying to stop gossiping and being messy. Like my friend said, this is my personal friend, been knowing her since we were little. Personal friend, she's the nail tech. She clearly stated that she did Kash Doll nails on the 3rd. It's been 4 days. She did not get paid. She never got paid by Kash Doll herself. Yes, when y'all hear the name Tish, y'all keep thinking that Kash Doll sent an assistant or somebody to pay this girl. She did not. And then y'all keep saying that Tish sent the money the same day. That is not what happened. Tish is my friend's cousin who referred her to Kash Doll. Okay, boom. Her cousin did reimburse her and give her the money because she's the one who sent her to Kash Doll, so she felt bad that she did not get paid her money. She's texting Kash Doll, the service is done, blah, blah, blah. The service is a whole other thing itself because the lady was already being rude and everything during that. My friend didn't even do a lot. She didn't bash that lady. She didn't say her name or none of that. She could have did way more. She didn't do that, but I will. You throwing money at a wedding and all of that, but could not pay this girl $150. Saying you was rushing, it take less than a minute to send some money to somebody. On top of that, you said the next morning comes, my friend texting you, she asking you, you're ignoring her for 4 days straight. You just got in contact with her. You on the phone, you getting your little video trying to make it seem like something is not. You talking about clout chasing for what? What would she have to do that for? You never paid this girl this money. And then you said you paid Tish back and tipped her, which is not the case either. You never pay her back. We talked to her personally. Like I said, that's my friend's cousin. You never reimbursed her money, nor tipped her. Then when my friend is literally telling everybody about her situation and how it went, blah, 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 it's multiple other people saying that you ran off on them too. Somebody sold you some dogs, you didn't pay them. Somebody did your hair, you did not pay them. This seems like a normal thing for you. Her cousin also does nails. Her last service that she did for you, you didn't pay her. Then you called my friend and literally did all that. You call her, and the part that you didn't get on video, you literally tell her, delete her video, or you gonna post yours. She deleted her video because she literally didn't want this to happen, didn't want all the drama, didn't want no clout, or didn't want all this to happen, and you still posted yours regardless. My friend is not confrontational. She don't like drama. She don't like going back and forth, so she's not going to keep getting on here, and she's not going to say nothing or clear her name, but I will, and everybody else that's literally posting about it on her side will. Y'all let fame get to y'all head. Y'all think just because somebody big, they always got to be right. What's the first thing a famous person do when they get caught doing something? Somebody call a nigga gay, he be like, oh, they clout chasing. Somebody catch somebody cheating, they be like, oh, these niggas clout chasing. Of course she gonna say that. And y'all so dizzy and dissy that y'all fall for it every time just because somebody has a name. But the point of my friend's video was for awareness, to let y'all know no matter how big a celebrity is, don't let them pay later or think this or that, or don't give nobody the benefit of the doubt. That was the point. Aside from all of that, y'all all on her side, this, that, and the third. Even the ones who think that she still paid 4 days later, talking about you still got paid 4 days later. Where can you go? You cannot go anywhere, get a service, and pay 4 days later. 1 day later. 3 hours later, you can't do that nowhere. So the fact that y'all saying all of that is literally crazy as fuck. It never had to be this big. It never had to go this far. She the one who posted it and made it bigger than what it was. The whole point was just send this girl her money. Send her money. That's that. Or reimburse Tish and send Tish her money back that she had to send my friend because you didn't.
Meanwhile, there were people accusing the nail tech of clout chasing and saying that she was mad because Kash Doll would not allow her to take pictures of her work after she finished doing Kash Doll's nails, and that Kash Doll would not allow her to use her for promo. They were coming up with all sorts of things which the girl had not mentioned. She just wanted to be paid, which she has every right to demand to be paid. Anyway, the girl was paid. I guess Kash Doll sent the cousin the money when she found out that the cousin actually paid the nail tech. And everybody have their pay now, and Kash Doll has her nails done, and it's all good. This drama itself is not a big deal, but when it stood out to me how people were going after this nail tech girl because they could not see the wool that Kash Doll pulled over their eyes, that was when I was like, I don't know, maybe I should make a video about this and point out to people that they really were fooled in this. If this happened the way I believe that it happened, which based on what everyone have said and what they've posted, this is what I think happened. I think that Kash Doll definitely pulled the wool over people's eyes, because how can you take ownership of payment that somebody else made because they felt bad that you are not making the payment that you're supposed to make? And then you take that payment and say, well, you were technically paid, so why are you making it seem as if I didn't pay you? If you were technically paid by that person and then I paid that person back 4 days after I said I was going to pay you, after you blew up my phone. I mean, it's like, how did people not catch this? So that's what she tried to do, and I do believe in what the nail tech said when she said that Kash Doll failed to pay her and she had to call Kash Doll many times before she got paid. That is the truth. So I'm not sure why she's being criticized. I think she's being criticized by people that did not understand what really transpired. They just saw her and she doesn't have a name yet. She's not a well-known person, and Kash Doll is a celebrity, so they usually will just hop on the celeb or whoever is more generally well-known and well-liked without paying attention to what is really going on. It's not right, it's not fair. I really do think that these celebs should begin to take their service providers more seriously and pay them as soon as their service is completed. I mean, how long does it take to send a payment, especially $150 payment? How long does it take? She could have made the payment while she was still at the store. She probably, while she was walking out the store, she could have made the payment. You know, like there's no reason while she waited for 4 days or however many days she waited, and she also refused to answer the girl's phone calls. I don't know if she refused or she didn't see the phone calls, but I think it's very convenient that she was not answering her calls for days after she received service from someone and she conveniently forgot to make payment. How is it that these celebs do not forget to make payments with other groups of people when they're with non-black people in non-black businesses? Why don't they ever forget to make payment? Why do they only ever forget when it comes to another black person who's trying to build something for themselves? It's not right, it's not fair, it's disgusting. I don't think people should do things that way. And if you're one of those people that jumped on the bandwagon and started to criticize this nail tech girl before you truly understood what was happening, then you need to reevaluate how you judge things whenever there's a celebrity involved, because it's possible that you're drinking the celebrity Kool-Aid a little too much and it's causing you not to look at things logically before deciding on how to react. I don't want to be rude, but I don't like it when the little guy is being stepped on just because people are just so infatuated with somebody else's fame, even though that person is doing the wrong thing. Right, that's all I have on this. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.